such an asshole.
Hello, children. Continuing on with Asshole Consulting this morning. Cappy's looking forward to a nice vacation. Here we are. Dear Cappy, should I take up private loans for school or just work full time and go to school part time? For context, 25-year-old male student living at home who's majoring in electrical engineering. In a previous video, you recommended that I don't work while going to school due to the rigorous nature of an EE degree and to pay for school using federal student loans. I was recently denied financial aid because a few years ago I withdrew from several classes over a period of a few semesters. Unfortunately, this took place before I read your book Worthless, and I was a lazy little quant. No, I didn't. You could do it the hard way or the really hard way. And the really hard way is disguised as the easy way, of which there is no easy way. There's only the really, really hard way. I'm sorry y'all didn't. I'm sorry in one regard. Because actually, no. When I think of, I am tremendously sorry. Most of you don't have good parents. You just don't. Right there, American parents. No, fuck you. Most of you American parents are horrible. You're horrible. You shit. You don't know shit. But I'm also happy, and here's where you parents, it's not an opinion as to whether you're good parents or not. I am happy because if your parents did the job, I wouldn't have this job. I wouldn't be here answering questions. That kid someone should have been on your ass when you started dropping your first class. Like, what? Really? You're dropping a class? Well, I guess you ain't going to college. Could you imagine having me as a dad? Could you imagine? I'm only 5'9" and $150. I scare the hell out of you. I guarantee you my kid wouldn't be dropping no classes. All right. Unfortunately, and I withdrew from the class because I kept changing my major in an attempt to find my passion, man. Indeed, these were very idiotic mistakes. Where was your dad? That's what I want to know. Where was your dad? Where was your fucking dad? Within an inch of your life. If you came home, I'd have a stick, and within an inch of your life, and then you'd be never dropping no classes. I wouldn't even send you off to school. I'm like, you're going to major in what? No, you're not. You're going to go work. I'm now faced with two options. Take out private student loans, which will have higher interest rates compared to federal student loans, and just work full-time and go to school part-time, or at least take as many classes as I can handle without ending myself. The only reason why I'm even considering taking out private student loans is because I'm doing exceptionally well in school. I've so far managed to only make 2 Bs, with the rest of my grades being A's. Now, this is the cool part. This past semester was my first semester taking the upper division electrical engineering course. So I was able to get straight A's. There you go, man. You found your thing. You're doing good. If I worked full-time and went to school part-time instead of taking out private loans, I would indeed prolong my graduation date, but I would walk away with 0 student loan debt. Cabby, which option would you choose? Use unless majoring in real estate house flipping at the Carlson School of Management would be a better option. Within a stick and within an inch of your life. Oh God, if someone said, I'm majoring in real estate, where's the stick? I'm going to find that stick. I'm going to reinforce it with duct tape. So then I asked, what kind of family support do you have? Are you living at home? How much student loans would you have upon graduation? So you did an analysis. Parents allow me to live at home. In return, I take care of the house. Asking my parents for money isn't an option. Good. During the summers, I will be working full-time for internships, and during the fall and spring, I will tutor a part-time campus, cover living expenses. Blows a screenshot of online student calculator for $17,000 at 12% over a 6-year term with a monthly contribution of $100. Based on my research for interest rates, private student loans rates range from 5 to 15%. Estimated total debt is below 24,000. Yeah, so let's just say I'm looking at your assumptions here. I would go along with that. Let's say 24,000. All right, dude, that's like a cheap used car by today's standards. That's fine. Go into debt. Go for the 24,000 into debt. I know for young people that seems like a lot of money, and it is, but this is where I screwed up. If I had just taken some student loan debts, I could have eaten. I did a very extreme full-time school, full-time work, because I just hated debt so much. Uh, and I wouldn't have been necessarily irrationally wrong that it would have been hard to pay. Let's say I took out $10,000, roughly a third, 40% of what, adjusted for inflation. It would have taken me a while to pay off $10,000, but I did pay off $10,000 loans before. I had a home equity line on my house back when I was in my 20s. And I paid that off rather quickly because I used that to renovate my basement so I could live down there. So it's not 24,000. That's fine, especially for an asset, an investment like a degree in electrical engineering. Now, if you were a poop shoot major and diddly farts degree like real estate or anything offered at the Carlson School of Management, that'd be harder for you. You'd have to get an OnlyFans account, and you're not a hot chick, so too bad for you. Uh, but yeah, no, that's fine. I would go to school full time, work summers like you said that you could, tutor part time as you can. Keep your debts low, but 24 grand, that's fine. And then I'd imagine, you want to be done with it, get it done and over. You got to do labs. You got to go to the school. You don't want to expend, you don't want double the amount of time you're spending on the roads. Go spend a full day, get all your shit done at campus, be done with it. I think you'd come out ahead financially. And then even with a moderate job offer for electrical engineering, you'd be able to make quick work of those loans, especially if you were allowed to live at home. If you were allowed to live at home, you'd have those loans probably because yeah, well, 2,000 a month, yeah, you'd have it paid off in a year. So I would take the loans, fuck up, fucking change your mind. I think you'd be okay. All right, any super chat? Nope, that's it. Link below. Worthless. Young person's indispensable guide to choosing the right major. See you guys later. Toodles.